but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And the pressure gets to him again. Trey Hendrickson in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Hey, man, I'm going to let you know, these guys aren't that good, but you're backing up so far that you're making it easy for them.
Any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them off on their heels.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. Here's Brian Anger now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the 2nd half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell your guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bradford. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball. And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd and long. Bradford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the 2nd half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's Brad Wing now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now it's Tate. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, you know, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Flush to his right. Throw complete right side to close. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the 2nd half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Bradford. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Back now here in Santa Clara as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. A first down throw for Bradford. He sets to fire deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Third and short yardage, Bradford. And this is going to be incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Now Bradford on fourth down. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Now Bradford, buying time to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And some room to work. 30, the 20, 10, and they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They
flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And his throw is incomplete. I thought the days of the fake extra point were numbered once they moved these kicks back to the 15. Apparently, I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was wondering who was ever going to try to do this. In fact, I quit wondering. I didn't think it would ever happen. Taking a fake from the 15-yard line to try and pick up an extra point, I didn't think anyone would ever call this.
And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. From the shotgun, it's Bradford. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Throwing again, Bradford on 2nd and 10. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before 30. He got 29 yards that time. Bradford now to throw on first down. Steps away to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Anthony Barr in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bradford. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. figuring they're going for it on fourth down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Gotta hurry.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
Let's go, Greg.
On second down, Freeman. And he'll get this up to about the 40. And now the Texans want to call another timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Let's go, Greg.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And now out comes Houston. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And Graham's got it over the middle. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Melvin Ingram in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches...
Man, this is the single worst offensive output game I have ever watched. Ever. I can't believe we won that on accident. Wow. The worst I've ever seen.